Here is the idea. The National Health Insurance is a single public fund. Every South African, rich, poor, employed, unemployed, contributes based on their income. In return, every South African gets health care at any accredited facility, public or private, without paying at the door. No more two-tier system. No more choosing between a 6-hour queue at Bara and a medical aid bill you cannot afford. The fund pays. You get treated. It is genuinely a beautiful idea. Universal health care is not a fantasy as a concept. Countries far less wealthy than South Africa have made it work. President Ramaphosa signed the NHI Bill into law in May 2024.
Within hours of signing, the DA, the Board of Healthcare Funders, and the South African Medical Association had filed legal challenges. More followed. The bill is currently before the courts, and the gap between the signed law and a functional universal healthcare system is the subject of today's episode. NHI Proposal 2009 under Zuma. White Paper 2015. Bill introduced 2019. Ramaphosa signs 2024. At each stage, a counter ticks up. Legal challenges filed. By 2024, it is spinning. The NHI has been a government promise since the Zuma era, which is either reassuring continuity or a warning sign, depending on your personal history with Zuma-era promises.
Let us talk about 3 problems. Not the only problems, just the 3 loudest ones. Problem 1. Money. The NHI will cost an estimated 200 billion rand per year, possibly more. The current national health budget is approximately 65 billion rand. The gap, 135 billion rand, is not a rounding error. It is larger than the GDP of several African countries. The funding is supposed to come from a payroll tax, a personal income tax surcharge, and budget reallocation. In a country with 32% unemployment and one of the most strained tax bases in the world, those numbers require a level of optimism that is impressive, even by South African government standards. The funding is supposed to come from a payroll tax, a personal income tax surcharge, and budget reallocation. In a country with 32% unemployment and one of the most strained tax bases in the world, those numbers require a level of optimism that is impressive, even by South African government standards. A Checkers 6060 delivery bike arrives at the hospital. It is delivering medical supplies. The driver looks confused. This is the procurement system. This is fine. Problem 2. The people who deliver healthcare. South Africa already has 1 doctor for every 1,400 patients in the public sector. The NHI compresses private sector earning potential significantly. Doctors, who have internationally transferable skills, have looked at the salary projections and made a decision. Gupta appears briefly behind the NHI fund. He waves. He leaves. The point has been made.
None of this means NHI is the wrong goal. Universal healthcare is the right goal. Every country that has achieved it started somewhere. Some of them started from worse positions than South Africa. What the experts actually recommend? Fix the existing infrastructure first. Pilot NHI in 1 province for 2 years before going national. Design the fund's governance specifically to prevent the capture that destroyed Eskom. Keep enough private sector participation that doctors have a reason to stay. The beautiful clinic from the opening. Behind it, the hospital cracks are visible through the walls. The flickering lights show through. The queue pokes through. The patient from the opening looks at his NHI card, looks at the cracks, shrugs. The specific South African shrug that means, I want to believe. Sharp, sharp.
A signed bill is not healthcare. It is paperwork. The hard part, the money, the people, the buildings, the governance, has barely started. South Africans have been promised better healthcare for 30 years.
the NHI might finally deliver it. Or it might be the most beautifully drafted broken promise yet. The courts will weigh in, the Rand will react, and somewhere in Joburg, that one doctor is still managing a 6-hour queue. Drop your NHI take in the comments. Doctor, patient, or deeply confused taxpayer, all perspectives welcome. Mzansi Eina, because somebody has to say it.